This is Jassosocial with jassosocial.com, and today we have a special guest Skyping in. With the release of the new movie Straight Outta Compton, we were able to get in touch with one of the actors in the movie. Stay tuned. As always, I have your exclusives.
What's up, y'all? I'm Marc Rose from Straight Outta Compton. I'm here with Jassosocial, and you can check her out at jassosocial.com. Marc Rose is a 23-year-old guy. You know, he's an actor. Besides that, he likes to... let me stop.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I get into the habit of that when I'm doing, I don't know, but I like to design. I'm passionate about designing. I came out of New York, you know what I mean? So I think with New York, you know, everybody knows like style and fashion and stuff like that. So that's always been my thing from since I was a kid. I'm a designer. I love designing. I'm a social person. I love conversation. I love interacting with people. And I just like seeing people happy, to be honest. You know, that's what gives me my energy. You know what I mean? To make people happy when I see people happy.
Are you currently designing the clothing line now, or are you in the works of making it, or what's going on with that?
I'm actually in the works of doing that, and thanks to God, this platform has definitely helped me, you know, make things like that possible. I'm in the process of doing a collaboration with a nice big brand that's out right now. I don't wanna, but it'll be out soon.
You mentioned you were from New York. Transitioning from New York to LA, what do you think that has done for your career?
As I moved out to LA, I started like training with this acting coach of mine called Richard Lawson. Who used to be, he's an actor now, and just was training with him heavy and taking, you know, heavy techniques and classes and stuff like that. I know that if I did not make the move, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now. It was definitely probably the biggest step I've ever taken in my life, because, you know, I left a few years ago. I was 20, and I left my family, I left my friends. I didn't really know anybody out here, to be honest with you, except one person. And like I said, I just went out on that leap of faith, and that's why I'm here today. So without that, it wouldn't be it.
Was it a moment in your life that you had that made you just be like, you know what, this is it, it's now or never, I gotta just go and chase my dream?
Right. I prayed on it. I'm a real spiritual person. You know what I mean? And I did a lot of talking to God. Aside from me, you know, doing research, I did a lot of research. And I've always been compared to Pac as a kid, as far as like, you know, looks go. And you know, once I found out that they were doing the biopic, I hopped online and I was researching, and I'm like, okay, cool. So you're directing it? All right, cool. So I know I got to try to reach you, and, you know, what do I have to study? You know what I mean? So I was just really doing my research, and all I needed to see was that the auditions were being held in LA. After that, I didn't see New York, you know what I mean? Regardless, I knew that the first stop of the audition process was going to be in LA. So after that, that was it for me. I prayed on it, like I said. I saved up, and I got out here.
And apparently it's been working for you, because the box office numbers are doing amazing with the first week. I'm like, oh my God. So look, thank you, Lord, for it, you know. Now, when you said that people always used to tell you that you look like Pac. Now, how did you take that?
I remember I was in the mall. I was, what was I? I had to be like probably 15 or 16. And I was in the mall with my mom. And we were just like walking and, you know, just walking and talking. And a lady came up to us. And she stood in front of like my mom, and she was like, oh my God. She said, and I'm staring, you know, mind you, this is my first time being a Puritan, so I'm interested in what the lady has to say, because she started off with, oh my God, you know, so I'm all drawn in at that point. And she's like, and she asked my mom, she's like, is this your boyfriend, or is and my mom said, no, this is my son, you know, can we help you? My mom's from New York, so that
right.
She was
why?
Like, no, this is my son, you know. But the lady was like, no, you know, no disrespect. I'm not trying to you know, do anything or come on to him or you. I just want to let you know that I was staring at you guys from like on the other side of the store. I think it was by like Foot Action or something. And she's like, something just told me to come over here, because I don't know if you know who Tupac Shakur is. And my mom was like, of course I know who Tupac Shakur is. And the lady was like, well, he looks I thought it was him. Like, I thought your son was Tupac Shakur. And my mom was like, she she wasn't feeling that conversation, but that was the first time I got compared to him. And then from since then on, honestly, it's just been crazy. Like, after that first time, like the next couple of days, and then it just kept coming in heavy. But that was my first time here.
So was you cool with it? Like, I mean, because you gotta think, like, it's Pac. It's not like, you know, somebody's comparing you to, like, right, you get what I'm saying? So, I mean.
Right. No, I was definitely, from I guess when it first started, I was kind of, because I'm young, you know,
right.
So I was kind of a little annoyed, I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, oh, you look like, it was just, it just became a little repetitive, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just constantly, and then the people, you know, I mean, Pac is a huge guy, so you could only imagine the amount of intense fans he had and things like that. So they thought I was his son, they thought I was like his twin, they thought I was, so you could imagine how intense it was. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. It's I was about to say, it's freezing a little bit, but it's good. We're good.
Okay, but yeah. So I mean, as of now though, definitely, that was the only time when it bothered me, but I grew to adjust to it, because at the end of the day, Pac was he was not an ugly guy. He was Tupac Shakur. You know what I mean? And he's so legendary in his own, so I was cool with it.
How is it now, like, trying to go to the store? Like, how annoying is it? Like, I know you get stopped a million times a day. Like, what, you just have to, just smile or, like, because, I mean, they need to hire you in Vegas. You look better than the guy who they have on the strip down there. Like, seriously.
No, thank you. No, I get in trouble. To be quite honest with you, like, I get in trouble a lot from, like, my team, my security. I get in trouble because I still want to just go out. Like, I'm just to myself. You know what I mean? I'm still Marc Rose at the end of the day. Right. But to people, it is Tupac. So yes, I can't go to the grocery store, you know, by myself anymore. I gotta go with security. And you know, like certain events, and just like even if it's up the street, like to a gas station, I can't, you know what I mean?
That's what comes along with
myself,
it, right?
That's what comes with it, you know what I mean? That's what comes with it, and I'm fine with that. And all that, to be honest, was going on before I even did Straight Outta Compton.
They originally didn't have a Tupac role for the movie, correct? So after auditioning, like, what type of feeling did you get when you were like, they didn't have a role, and I did so good, now they made a role? Like, what type of feelings was going through your head?
Man, it's so hard to explain that. It's so hard to explain that, because I've never been so happy, and I was excited, you know what I mean, to know that they didn't have that at the beginning, and for me to be able to come in and get the opportunity, it was everything. And to be honest, I was studying Pac even before NWA, because I was trying to get casted for the Tupac Shakur biopic.
Right.
You know, Johnson biopic. So when I was given this opportunity, it just felt like everything that I've been studying for came into play. Like, you know what I mean? I'm ready. I felt more ready than I've ever been. And it was just an amazing feeling to have that.
Studying and going over clips, what is your favorite personality trait about Tupac that made you want to actually, you know, reach out and play in his biopic?
What he spoke about, and his passion.
Yeah.
For me, what he spoke about, because I think a lot of people get it twisted when, you know, they just hear rappers or singers, and they just think that they're just musicians. You understand what I'm saying? And that's never the case, because they're telling a story. And with Pac always had a story to tell, and he was never fearful of who was in the room. He didn't care as long as he told his story and the things he was rapping about. You know what I mean? Like, that was it for me. It's the passion. Like, yeah, I look like him, but it's so much more than that, because Hollywood can go and cast anybody else and make them look like anybody else.
Right.
We've seen it happen. You know what I mean? So for me I was so drawn to it because of the things he spoke about, his passion.
What are your career plans as far as breaking away from, I'm not just the guy who looks like Tupac? Like, how do you plan to venture out or maybe incorporate your fashion as to take away from, I look like him, I make him play him, but I have different talents too.
Exactly. And I mean, it's so funny, and I love that question. And the thing is, I get asked that question a lot, and I love answering it because it's like, I know for myself, I will not be in that category. Like, I can look like him as much as, I do, or as much as people think I do, but I would not be in that category because I don't just act. You understand what I'm saying? Rapping is not my passion. Rapping is not my passion. I'm just an actor, portraying this guy. So you won't catch me in the studio doing raps or making music. I'm a designer. I love acting. I'm not just into playing Pac. I would like to expand on different roles as far as like serious roles, sad roles. I want to cry. I want to laugh. I'm down to do some comedian things. You know what I mean? And then back to designing. It's just different. I feel like I have a whole bunch of different portals to just be pulling things out of. So it would definitely not just be.
What is going to be, you know what, I finally made it. What is going to be that moment for you?
Can I be honest with you? I think my I made it moment is not gonna be like I thought about it. It's not gonna be like awards for me. It's not gonna be the attention from like fans and stuff like that. For me, my I made it moment is to move my family out of New York. That'll be my I made it moment. When I can bring them out of New York and get them to LA, get them out here with me, California or anywhere else. Just get them out of New York. That'll be it for me. Whatever you want.
I don't know. I guess we can. You want to do this one again?
I'm doing that. What's your plan?
We're gonna do this one again. I'm gonna do this. Okay, you ready? One, two.
All right, got you.
1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much. Hopefully keep in touch. I mean, whenever you're in DC, we're based out of DC. So whenever you're in DC, of course, we want to follow up. Exclusives with your clothing line. We want to follow your career. I'm not just trying to get on you because you're hot right now, because I know that it's going to progress. You feel me? So best of luck to you. And no problem.
Nice.
No problem. Thank you so much. All right. You too. Bye-bye.
No doubt.